Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. Welcome back to the show. We are joined by Ernie Harker, a man who wears many hats. Oh, yeah. He's here helping so many people, igniting their sales, and really, as he says, pour gasoline on your marketing with a brand that booms. We're going to talk about branding, marketing. We're going to talk about advertising. You as a keynote speaker, there's so much to you as a family man, as a cartoonist, a YouTube star. Artist. You say it best. Go ahead. And author. How could I forget author? So
An
please.
author, yeah. I've got way too many interests. In fact, my podcast that I host is called The Hyperactive Productivity Disorder because I cannot focus on any one thing, and I'm hyperactive, and I love to be productive.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people fit that description of like people who don't like to sit still. They want to engage and spend their time, invest their limited lifetime on things that are meaningful.
Yeah.
Right. So much so that it's almost like I call it a disorder, but it's like it kind of gets in the way of things that others who would like to just chill out and coast. I don't fit that crowd.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit of a disorder.
You are
like
a go-getter, get-doner. You are, taking, the world by storm, and you're pulling on those reins and you're making things happen. And that's just your personality. Is your twin brother like that or no?
He is. He's
runs in the family.
He's very, very similar to me. Yeah, totally.
Mm-hmm. Well, good genes. Ernie Harker joining us here today. Let's remind them of your website, how we could start off this to meet you there, Ernburn.com.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about yourself for new listeners today before we begin.
Okay. Well, I started as an illustrator.
That's the word. I called you an artist. You know what it means.
Yeah. Illustrators are artists, but so are musicians. And I kind of wish part of my psyche wishes I was like a rock star.
Cool. Yeah.
That'd be cool. But I don't have any music capability. So that probably is not going to happen.
Yeah.
But when I was a kid, I loved to draw, and I had a fantastic art teacher that in middle school that inspired me and kind of told me that there was a way to make a living as an artist. And so I pursued that interest until I went to college. I studied illustration, and then I got a job right away as an illustrator for an ad agency, a really big ad agency, doing pre-visualization, like sketching out the ideas.
Okay.
Like a police sketch artist, kind of like that, where a creative director or an art director will say, "Hey, Ernie, here's what I want to show the client."
Yeah.
And so I'd kind of sketch out what they mean, and then they go, "Yeah, that's it," and then go and finish it up a little bit. So I got really good at being able to understand or put into visual language what I was hearing verbally, and I started my own company in 1995, and it was an illustration graphic design company that evolved over the years to be more of a brand development company where I helped companies, my clients, develop a visual language that was consistent and repeatable so that their customers could identify their marketing and advertising in a family and a history of communication versus the shot in the arm, like the promotion, the offer. So, and then the last thing I did was one of my clients hired me full time as a convenience store company. We turned it into a $3 billion brand. It's so awesome. And then 8 years later, I left and started consulting and speaking. So I get hired and go to all over the country.
Hey, where are you
speaking
now?
About brand development. I'm in Austin, Texas today. So
Yay!
This has been awesome. I presented this morning to about 250 to 300 convenience store people. So,
but you're from Utah, right?
It's fun. But I'm from Utah. I live in Salt Lake City area.
Beautiful.
So,
well,
anyway,
congrats. So yeah, you are a man with many, many hats, as we discussed. And let me just throw it out there to start. What is the difference between marketing, and then there's branding, and then there's advertising? It does get a little confusing. So for the layman's terms out there, just can you break it down for us?
Jill, that is a fantastic question. Because I do hear those used interchangeably,
Interchangeably.
oftentimes, right? And so in layman's terms, the
Hmm.
easiest thing to say, brand is the overall impression that a customer has about your company,
Okay.
and that's influenced by your advertising, like your radio spots, your TV
Hmm.
commercials, your billboards. Your if you have a brick and mortar store, it's your store design. It's the aesthetic of what it feels like to go into a store. Um, it's your logo. Uh, it's how you respond on social media. So your brand is this accumulation of all these impressions that create a customer experience. Okay,
Okay.
that's 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 branding. Sometimes we call a brand what we're really like the Coca-Cola brand, or what brand of soft drink do you like,
Oh gosh, I just
right?
watched that documentary on Netflix, the whole
Oh
Pepsi one.
yeah,
Did you hear about it?
no,
I don't remember this, but in like the 80s or 90s, they had those Pepsi stuff catalogs and contests, and they promised someone a World War II jet. And I never even heard about it. It was just if you have time, Netflix documentary,
I
Google
will.
Pepsi. I loved it. Talk about
Okay,
okay, sorry,
I'm gonna go do that.
branding.
I love
Yeah.
that side.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
so but branding's like, what's your favorite brand?
Um,
And sometimes it's like, oh, the
I-
Coca-Cola. But what you're really saying is, what's your favorite product?
product. Yeah, I like.
Even though your product is a brand.
Got it. It's funny. I don't even have a favorite product. I have a favorite jean, Miss Me, MISSME. They're from Nashville,
Yeah,
but I'm not a brand person. I'm not a, oh, I need a Gucci bag or I need a, no, I'm not into
right.
brands. I like the
Do you
discounts
have
at
any Louis
Macy's.
Vuitton?
No, I
Do you have any
don't.
Louis Vuitton products?
No,
No.
no.
What
We
kind of car
have,
do you drive?
oh gosh, a Ford Focus, nothing fancy,
Okay,
nothing. So I don't, well, I
so
guess
you're a very
maybe
practical
I
person.
am. Yeah. I'd rather use my
Yeah,
money. Like
but
right now,
that's
we're
your
getting a pool. So I'd rather save money and
okay
live practical.
experience. You want to have cool. Now, having a pool isn't very practical,
Mm-mm,
but
no.
but you're a practical person so that you can enjoy things that add value to your life.
Kids don't have to go to summer camp if mom's working from home. They could stay in the yard and I can watch them out the window. So it kind of is a little
See,
practical, but yeah,
and
yeah.
you are practical. So see, even the way you've justified
I
that
justified it.
decision,
I did. Yeah,
that
yeah,
is
yeah.
awesome. But
Mm-hmm.
that is because you are highly practical.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have an iPhone?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, that would be
I have
different.
two. I have a 13 and I think I have the
Yeah,
14. But yeah,
because practical people often will say, "Hey, look, I
well, no,
I
they
don't
have the
need the
Google.
fluff
Oh, okay.
of the brand. I'll just have a Google device because it's a little less expensive and it has all the features that I really need." So you're your own creature. That um, you're
Anyone
not following the
else's
beat of anybody
path.
else's
Yeah.
drum. You're going, I like this. I choose this for me.
Mm-hmm.
But um,
Where were we?
when
Sorry.
so branding is often associated with product, and
Uh-huh.
so there's like the packaging, the fonts, the colors, the textures, and all those things that go into packaging. We sometimes will refer to that as brand, and it's true. That's part of the brand, right? But like I said, branding is that all-inclusive experience that we have. Now, marketing is the math and science behind what is my strategy of bringing this brand,
Okay.
this look and feel, to my audience. Marketing would be the media mix that you would choose, because if you understand who your customers are, that's marketing. Who's my customer? When do they buy? What's their price point? What are they comfortable spending on in their price point? Um, how often do I need new products or new features to my
Mm,
products? That's marketing.
okay.
Okay. And then advertising is the message that or the media that brings that message to the eyes and ears and hearts of our customer. And
Okay.
that's TV, radio, social media, celebrity sponsorships, and those kinds of things. So branding is this. So advertising
Overall.
influences
Mm-hmm.
branding.
Mm-hmm.
Marketing influences branding. But advertising, you can create ads like one-offs, like I'm going to promote this product, and if you buy this product today, you get a free lawnmower, right? And then next week it's like, get a massage when you buy my accounting software. It's like, what
Yeah.
does a massage have to do with accounting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Over time, your brand becomes this ad hoc promotion brand, because that's the cumulative experience that your customer has with your company.
Okay.
And the more choiceful we are about what we want our customer to experience will guide those decisions on, do we do a promotion that offers a free refrigerator or, loaf of bread or whatever it is. If the strategy isn't about promotion, we make sure we don't do promotions, even if that sounds like the best idea at the moment. So that's marketing, branding, and advertising. Does
Got
that
it.
make sense?
Totally does. Wow.
Okay, because I can see the lights going on,
You
and you're like,
do.
I gotcha. I'm
And
picking it
I'm
up.
still thinking about that Pepsi and talk about advertising marketing. Wait till you go see the Pepsi documentary. I'm telling you, I'm telling you. Oh, you're gonna
Yeah,
love it. Yeah, for someone
I
like
wrote
you.
it down.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Good,
Oh,
thank you.
here's the cool thing. Here's the cool thing about what that documentary. There's a term that I love to use. It's called advertainment. Advertainment. Most ads are designed to interrupt whatever it is that you're doing. You're
Mhm.
listening to your favorite music, an ad comes on and it interrupts you. Or you're watching your favorite television program,
Yeah.
you get an ad that pops up and interrupts you. But what a really good brand will do in their marketing strategy is to create advertainment. This is
Mhm.
entertainment that is highly branded.
Mhm.
And it's like they incorporate their brand in such a way that you don't really realize that you're being advertised
And
to.
you don't
You
mind
just
it. You keep
enjoy it.
watching it.
You don't.
Yeah. Mhm.
Mm-hmm. So, anyways,
Anyways, so you're here in
anyways,
Austin. You're a
I'm in
keynote
Austin.
speaker at another event. There's a lot to
Mm-hmm.
you, to your company. Just tell us how we can reach out to you. I know
Okay, the
Ernburn.
best way to reach out to me, go to my website at ernburn.com. It's spelled ERNBURN.com. Not EARN like earn money. So it's not
Uh-uh.
that. It's earn like in Ernie, like Bert
And
and
not
Ernie.
earn
Earn.
like in like when you die, URN. Oh
No,
gosh, now we have
definitely
to
not.
really specify.
Oh,
I just thought
great.
people know
Now,
Ernie's name. Who never thought earn?
mm-hmm,
ERN. Got it.
mm-hmm. So, and then LinkedIn, I'm
Yes,
very engaged
you're
on
on fire.
LinkedIn. I'm
Hmm.
posting stuff all the time. So, follow me on LinkedIn, connect with me on LinkedIn. And I love meeting new people and chatting. So, yeah.
Awesome. And what did you have in mind for us today? I mean, what else? I mean,
Ah,
you last time you showed us, gosh, I got to learn a lot about you. The YouTube channel,
mhm.
your logo, right. Yeah, you developed your
Yeah,
burn.
Jill, I have been going bonkers over AI.
Really,
Okay. I am
really,
in over my eyeballs in AI because
really.
here's the thing. So I will often do illustrations of people to get their attention. Like if I want to speak at an event and I find
So
out
smart.
the event host or the event producer, I'll find a picture of them online. I'll use that as a reference. I'll sketch it up and I'll send it to them and say, hey, look, I saw this photo of you, and I thought I'd take the liberty to draw the sketch. I hope you don't mind. I'm a keynote speaker, and I do this, blah, blah, blah. It works really, really well.
Wow. That
But my illustrations, they're really good, and they look a lot like the people I'm drawing. But more often than not, people ask, "Did you draw this, or was this computer generated?" And I'm like, what do you mean computer generated? Computers can't do this.
wow.
I'm freaking awesome. Computers
Hmm.
can't be creative until I came across some online software that is like freaky cool. Um, the same thing with Chat GPT. So Chat GPT. So I spent about an hour and a half writing an ad, a 30-second ad. It's hard work. You do a lot of wordsmithing because you only have like 80 to 90 words that you can use to create a 30-second spot. And so those
Okay.
words have to be very choiceful. They have to have lots of meaning in them so you can convey a lot of information very quickly. So it's a very time intensive process, and it's mentally taxing. So
Hmm.
then I went, wait a second. I wonder if Chat GPT could do an ad
I'm
for me.
sorry. Can I ask you what Chat GTP is? I'm sorry. I don't even know.
Oh, cool.
Maybe there's people
So
out there that
Chat
don't know
GPT.
too. Please. Thank you.
Oh, good, good. So Chat GPT is it's an online resource. It's in beta mode. They're testing this out. This company's testing it out. I think, in fact, let's see what it's called. Chat.ai
Okay.
is the web. Chat.ai is the website, and you'll see Chat GPT.
Okay.
Um, And what I decided to do was do a test. So what this does, by the way, what ChatGPT does is it understands human language. You can ask this artificial intelligence a question, give it some parameters, and then it will talk back to you or type back to you in easy to understand language. So
Wow.
instead of doing like this code prompt that tries to generate information or text for you to read, you just ask it simple questions and it references all of the internet. It aggregates the topic that you're talking about. It takes all this information and then it spits out a succinct paragraph for it. So if you're a writer, this should scare you or inspire you.
True.
Okay. So I'll give you an example of how it works.
Sure.
So I said, hey chat, here's the exact question. Write a 100-word script for a radio spot that influences entrepreneurs, so my target audience, entrepreneurs, to pay for my online branding course. Okay. That's all I did. Here's what it said. Okay. And I'm going to be the announcer for this.
Okay, good. I love it.
This is the chat AI. Are you an entrepreneur looking to take your business to the next level? Do you want to stand out in a crowded market and attract more customers? If so, then our online branding course is perfect for you. Now I'm like, wait a second, a robot is writing this? This sounds pretty good.
Real. Yeah.
Our course is designed specifically for entrepreneurs like you who want to build a strong and memorable brand that resonates with their target audience. I'm going, holy crap.
Wow.
With expert guidance and practical tips, you'll learn how to create a unique brand identity, develop a compelling brand story, and craft a brand message that communicates your values and offerings. And the best part? You can access our course anytime, anywhere, and at your own pace. So why wait? Invest in yourself and your business today and enroll in our online branding course.
You really just did as
Okay.
Whoa.
All I did was ask it write a radio spot that's 100 words. It created the whole outline for the. Okay, but here's the thing. Here's why branding is important, because that sounds very business. It's vanilla.
Yeah.
So I said my personality is a little more energetic, has more sense of humor. So here's what I said. Can you make it funnier? Here's what it said. Hi there, entrepreneurs. Do you feel like your business is as memorable as a goldfish's memory? Don't worry, we've got you covered with our online branding course. Our course will teach you how to make your brand stand out like a unicorn in a herd of horses. You'll learn how to create a brand that people will remember even after they finish binge watching their favorite TV show. And the best part, you can learn at your own pace, so you don't have to worry about your cat knocking over your coffee cup while you're trying to take notes. So don't be a wallflower in the business world. Enroll in our online branding course today and start turning heads with your amazing brand. Oh my freaking heck.
Oh my gosh. Okay, but now what happens with plagiarism and all? Or can that be yours? How does that work? Because
so there's another tool, and I'm learning more about this. But so over the past 3 weeks, I've been like into my eyeballs with this information because like I want to, I'm speaking to a group of convenience store marketing people. And typically I would do a bunch of research that would like call a bunch of stores, marketing people, say, hey, what are the top 5 things that you guys are worried about this coming year? I can just ask ChatGPT, what are the top 5 issues that convenience store marketing executives are facing in 2023? Boom, 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 and it types it all out because it takes all this information and then it pulls it together into a format that is easy for me to understand and read. So now it gets it from the internet, which means not everything is real. Surprise, everybody. Not everything on the internet is true. So I have to go and do a little bit of wordsmithing or fact checking, but the bulk of the work is done, Jill.
Yeah.
And as a marketing person, you need to save as much time as you can. And this tool becomes a valuable resource for you to, instead of hiring like a staff writer or me spending like, oh, I got to spend like 3 hours tomorrow on this script. I can spend 45 minutes, you know? Okay, now on top of that, Jill, I'm gonna put a little frosting on this cake.
Sure.
Okay, this was the tasty little cake, but you can do a very, I thought text wise, that's cool,
Yeah.
but you can also do visuals. You can describe, it's a software called, I'll pull it up real quick. It's, you use a communication tool called Discord. A lot of young people know what Discord is. It's kind of like the chat, or the what are the pros use right now, um, that we it's always on your computer, that you're always talking to each other back and forth. I
I'm,
don't use it very
don't
much
laugh. I'm
myself,
going to say
but
instant messenger. I'm thinking AOL. Don't
like,
laugh.
yeah, basically it's kind of like that. So that's what Discord is.
Mm.
And Discord allows you to access, here it is. I'm going to pull this up for you. Software called Midjourney. Okay. And Midjourney allows you to prompt an AI that will generate an image that follows your description. It can be
Oh,
hyper photorealistic. It looks like a photograph,
oh,
like
wow.
cat wearing a baseball hat backwards. What kind of cat? Calico cat, tiger wearing a
Mm-hmm.
baseball hat. So it creates, and so it can generate images by resourcing all the photos and illustrations on the internet and coming up with a unique visual that's not its original. It it's not a it doesn't find a photo, like it's not a Google search that finds an existing photo. It creates a new image for you.
Wow.
And depending on your license, that you can pay for a license, that can become your property. So it's basically
Mm-hmm.
you created it using a
And it's
prompt.
yours. Ah,
Or if you use the free version, anybody can see and anybody can access the images that you create. And
interesting.
that has become mind-blowing too, because in
Wow.
my world, graphic and visual communications has been kind of like the domain of hyper creative people with strong skills in those areas. That's becoming a level playing field
Mm-hmm.
where you don't have to be a really good artist or a really good photographer
Too
to create beautiful or stunning pictures. Uh,
impressive.
but however, I do know that photographers make the best prompts for image generation, because they can say, use this lens, this virtual lens,
Uh-huh.
at this f-stop, at
Aperture, right?
this
Yeah.
whatever, yep, aperture, right, because they know the language to use to generate the best images. And illustrators can say, hey, create a picture in the style of Van Gogh,
Mm-hmm.
of a cat on a swing,
Starry night.
whatever. Yeah, Starry Night. Yeah, your version of Mona Lisa in Starry Night,
Mm-hmm.
and it generates these
Oh,
images. I'm going to put together I put together a introduction to AI for marketing
great.
on the 11th of April. So I'm not sure if our listeners are going to hear this before the 11th of April, but that's
Yeah.
what I'm doing, because I'm super excited about bringing the knowledge that I have to start a discussion on how marketers can use AI technology now.
Oh my God, that's fascinating. I learned so much
Isn't that
today.
scary?
I'm sure other people were. I had
It's
never even
kind of
heard of that
scary.
type of program. Holy cow. So
Yeah.
where's this course? Is it going to be live on your website?
It's going to be live. It's going to be live on my website. Right now, it's on the soft place called Eventbrite, but I'm putting a link on my website today. I've been at a conference all day today,
So
and
you're a little busy.
I I stepped away so I could have this conversation with you,
Thank you.
because you're important.
Thank you. No, you are important. This is you. This is beautiful Austin. Got to see a downtown view of Austin from his hotel. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great to
Oh
be
heck
out
yeah.
and alive in it. But do you like country music though?
Yeah. I'm not a big country
You're not.
music fan. No. Are
See,
you?
Utah, I love it. And I'm from New York. I'm a
Yeah.
Long Islander who
Okay.
is obsessed, but it's so funny to
Okay.
meet someone. I just thought Midwest. I thought everyone loves country in the South. I thought it was just us New Yorkers that didn't get it. Oh, I got it.
That's awesome.
So
You
no
probably
honky
stand out.
tonking, no honky tonking tonight for you.
No, no honky tonk for me. My twin brother though, he's way into it, way into country western.
Yeah.
Uh, and he'll like when we go boating, we love going boating together. So when it's his turn to get up on uh, surfing behind the boat, he likes to listen to "I'm gonna buy me a truck
Truck,
and a no, I'm gonna
truck,
buy
and
me
a
a boat
bomb, a boat,
and a
and a
boat,
bun, da 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 da
a
da da
truck to
da
pull
da
it."
da da da. Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh, she sings that song, not Thomas Fred. Like they're just like me. Na, 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 na. I'm trying to look for the hook, but you could
Uh-huh.
bomb me a boat, boat, boat. I don't sing either.
And a
I'm not singing.
truck to pull
Yeah,
it.
feel it. Yeah, it's so cool.
Something cooler with a silver bullet.
Yeah, I
Something.
love it.
So that's him, and he's up there loving it. I'm like, I've never. The only time I hear this music is when he's around.
And where does he live? Where do you guys boat?
He lives about 45 minutes north
Okay.
of me in a place called Kaysville, Utah.
So I'm assuming
Kaysville, Utah.
lakes, right? You're on the lake or
Not. I mean, Salt Lake like a is like the Dead Sea. There's like nothing living in that thing,
okay, got it.
and you don't want to go boating in that thing. It's
Yeah,
nasty. But
got it.
there's other lakes, mountain lakes and stuff like that.
Cool.
Um, but
Ernburn.
I'm so excited about the technology that we can use to make marketing and branding easier and
Yeah.
or faster.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I think one of the challenges that we're going to face when photorealistic photography that of anything we can imagine or illustration or anything like that we can imagine, when that becomes available to anybody,
Yeah.
the challenge becomes how can I make sure that it's consistent and building a brand for me rather than like uh, I can totally see somebody going, oh my gosh, I can I can create any image that I want, so the sky is the limit. So a furniture company going, oh, let's do um, let's do an image of a giraffe in the wild getting chased by a lion and have some kind of a headline that says um, run to our store to get the best deals for Labor Day, right?
Okay.
Well, then a week later, they come up with a really cool illustration of a like a video game, like a video game avatar, and that says, "Don't sit around the couch like a video game. Come in and check out our Easter sales."
So, uh-huh.
Okay, because those are really cool. The visuals are really cool. There's a temptation to say if it's high quality, then it's good. But
Mm-hmm.
if it's inconsistent, it can kind of just water your brand down.
Okay.
What you
Got
really
it.
want to do is to make sure that each image you create or each ad that you create has a consistent tone, a consistent look and feel, so that over time you build up all these impressions where someone goes, "Oh, I trust this company,"
Yeah.
or I like this company." Not just that they're creative and they're all over the place. So having a brand strategy becomes critical in this world of you can do
Yeah.
anything.
Awesome. Well, thank you so
Mm-hmm.
much. Ernie Harker, how can we
Yeah,
reach you? I know on
call
LinkedIn.
me call me on my personal phone number. No, I'm kidding. Reach out on LinkedIn. Just search Ernie Harker. There aren't very many Ernie Harkers in the world. And then you can also find me on Ernburn.com. I'm also on Facebook, Ernie Harker. Seriously, there's nobody else.
Got it. That's
I've
it.
looked. There's
So,
nobody
wow,
else.
good job, Mom. You're
So,
definitely unique. All right, Ernie Harker, go back to Austin, go do your stuff, continue the success, and we'll definitely be in touch soon. Maybe next time you want to like share your screen, maybe show me some of these images if
oh,
we
I
can
will. Let's do that.
next
I'm going
time.
to make
If
a
you're
note.
home that time. But yeah, mine as well. I would love to
Yeah.
see. I mean, seeing is
Okay.
believing. But yeah, beautiful.
We'll do a little test.
Yeah.
We'll do a
Okay.
little test.
Okay, cool. All
Okay.
right, sounds
Awesome.
good.
Thanks,
Ernie,
Jill.
thank you. Have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.
Are you looking for even more of the podcasts and hosts that you love? The Podcast Business News Network is proud to announce that you now have even more ways to listen live. Check out the MyTuner Radio, online radio box, and Simple Radio apps on iOS and Android, or find us online. Search for Business News Network on mytuner-radio.com, or search Podcast Business News Network on streama.com and onlineradiobox.com/US. Take your podcast on the go and don't miss a minute of the action.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
Mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house. And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned. This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.